channel. Today we're doing a tutorial and it's gonna be like a little bit of a tutorial slash kind of a review because this is a product that I have used like non-stop since I got it. I wanted to do like a first impressions on camera with you guys, but I got this palette in the middle of June for my birthday and I didn't start filming until like a couple of weeks ago, so I couldn't wait. I had to dig into it right away. This is the Natasha Denona Star palette. It's kind of hard to see. There you go. You can see it there. So if you don't know, I talked about this in my June favorites video, which I will link down below for you guys. But this palette is crazy expensive. It's I think it's $169. It's like $170, $180. It's between the $160 and $180 range, which is without a doubt the most expensive piece of makeup that I own. It is crazy expensive. It is like stupid expensive. And I've had my eye on the Natasha Denona eyeshadows since they like started to become really big in the YouTube world. I'll be honest, I didn't even know who Natasha Denona was until I think I saw a Casey Holmes video and she was talking about him. I don't know, I feel like it's within the past year or so, Natasha Denona kind of like exploded here in the YouTube world. And I didn't know about this brand until then. And then Sephora started selling them and then I started to get into it and then the stores started to get some of the products and I started to swatch them and I was like, okay, I can see why there's so much hype around these products, but I don't understand why they're so expensive. So I put off buying this and I put it off and I put it off. And then they released the Sunset palette, which is the like really, really pretty like warm colors, the coppers, the burgundies, the yellows. And when that went like crazy, of course now it's out of stock and I probably won't ever be able to get it, I bought this palette because I figured, okay, if this product has enough hype and people are buying it enough to where they put out another like limited edition type palette, then maybe I should just make the dive and I should just buy it. You know what I mean? So I bought this for myself for my birthday. So it was a birthday present to myself. And yeah, I haven't stopped playing with it since I purchased it. So here's what it looks like. And when you open it up, it looks like this. So there's this little plastic flappy thingy right here that protects the mirror from getting powder all over it. And it has the color of the shadows on it. So I appreciate that. I like the fact that it's connected because then I'm not gonna lose it. It's not gonna like get in the way. It's just kind of like I can plop it up and there you go. And here is what the powders look like. And the lights in here are like kind of washing it out. Let me turn the ring light down just a little bit. There we go. It's a little bit more true to color. They look like really kind of washed out for some reason in here, but they are really deep and really rich in color. Can you see? I don't know, it kind of looks better when I go like that for some reason, although you're not seeing the product straight on. It looks better when I tilt it back like that, but they are, I mean, there's definitely a ton of warm toned shadows in here, but you have a mixture of cool tones as well. So you got a really cool toned, like taupey brown. Yeah, these colors, like that's not, like the camera is not showing them true to color. It's kind of making me mad and I don't know how to, I don't know. Anyways, you got like a taupey beigey brown right there. You got like really pretty like pinky champagne silver right here, which I adore. And then you got like your warm tones too. So there's a mixture of warms and cools, but the Sunset palette is definitely very, very warm. I'll insert a picture of that like right here so you guys can see it because I want to buy it, but it's like it's been out of stock forever. So maybe it'll come back in stock and I'll buy it. But anyways, I have just been using this palette to death and I figured I would do a tutorial for you guys because this palette, this one is not sold out. It is still available, so you can buy it at Sephora and recreate the look that I'm going to create for you today if you want to. There's a million looks that you could create with this palette, but I have just been, if I'm not using the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm using this palette. Like, I can't put either one of them down. So anyways, I'm going to stop blabbing and let's put some makeup on my eye. All right, I'm gonna start by applying a layer of just like a cream colored shadow all over my lid. I've been doing this a lot lately. First of all, to kind of set the concealer and the eyeshadow primer that's on my eyelid so it doesn't crease, but also it creates a really good base for the rest of the colors so that they transition a little bit better. So I usually will use either this kind of pinky cream up here, or I haven't used this one yet. So I think I'm gonna try this one today, and the color of it, if you're curious, is called Atik, A-T-I-K? I don't know. But I'm just going to put this all over my lid. It is gonna be pretty similar to my skin tone, so you're not gonna be able to see it too well, but there's definitely a difference. I mean, yeah, you can see it, there's color going on there, but the purpose of this isn't necessarily to provide color, it's just to provide a base. All right, next I'm gonna go into this one right here. So I use this one all over. This one's the slightest bit darker, and just to kind of swatch them for you guys, because I want you to see how incredibly creamy these matte colors are. So I got a few of the mattes on my hand. I'm gonna swatch them so that you can see. The pigmentation is out of this world on this palette. And I know that they are incredibly expensive, and I think the reason why is because these shadows have been like perfected to the point where there's very little fallout. They're super pigmented. There's not one bad egg in the entire palette. Like there's not one color where I'm like, ew, that's a bad color. You know what I mean? Like there isn't any one that's bad. And there's so many different varieties of textures in this palette. Like you got the mattes, you got the satins right here where it's like almost a matte but there's a teeny bit of a sheen. You got the shimmers, so like, where's the one that I've been using a lot? That is just a shimmer right here. Like it's just a shimmer, it's kind of hard to see. And then you got like the really deep, intense, like chunky metallic colors, which I have been all about. So I'm gonna swatch some of those for you. I'm gonna swatch the satin one. I mean, look at that. Oh. Love it. I'm going to swatch the satin one, and then I'm going to swatch some of these like really intense kind of metallic-y ones for you, because those are the ones that I think like really add a sense of uniqueness to this palette. Like I've never seen another brand do anything like these before. So there's the satin one. Is that no, the satin one's in the middle. Right there, that's the satin one, and then here these three are like those really intense, like just like I hate to use the word chunky because they're not chunky, but they're almost like wet metal, like titanium finish, and they're just so pretty. So those are some of my favorites, and then I want to swatch some of the really kind of fun, funky colors in here. So you get some really unique colors in here, like this purple right here, which I think I'm going to use today because I haven't used it on my eyes yet. Let's use this gold right here. I mean, there's no denying that these shadows are like incredibly pigmented. What other one do I want to swatch? This one is really pretty. So the color of this one is Noir. No, it's backwards. Oran. I read that backwards. Okay, Norin, and it's almost like a black with like a pearlescent kind of greeny, bluish, purplish undertone. Like it's a really, really cool color. And then I'm going to swatch this one too. So there's those, and then just swatch it on my arm for you. Look at that. I mean, so pretty. And I feel like you don't have to like work with these shadows too much. Like they blend beautifully, which you'll see when I put them on my eye. And again, there's not a lot of fallout. So I understand the high price tag. I do, which I can't believe I just said that. Okay, so like I was saying, going back to this matte brown over here, I'm gonna get a little bit on my brush. And yeah, there is some kickback. I think lots of extremely powdery shadows are gonna have, extremely pigmented shadows are going to have a bit of kickback, but I don't find it to be powdery, if that makes sense. Like I don't feel like it's chalky. I don't feel like I get a lot of fallout. I don't get powder all over my face, you know what I mean? And you see how easily that blended out? Like it's very little work. I feel like some shadows, some palettes, like for example, the Jaclyn Hill palette, some of the colors you have to work with. You have to work with them, you have to layer them up. You really have to like you know, spend the time to blend in this shadow, which if you have the time, then it's not a big deal. But with these, I feel like they just kind of blend very, very effortlessly, and you're not gonna spend 2 hours on your eyes. You know what I mean? Okay, next, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna dig into this purple color, and it's definitely a matte. There might be a tiny bit of sheen to it, but it's not shimmery. There's definitely no like glitter in it or anything like that. So I'm gonna put this in my crease, just kind of on top of what I've already done. Ooh-wee, you can see how pigmented that is. Like, I'm not having to go in for multiple dips into the color. It's just already super, super pigmented, and it blends so beautifully. Look at that. I'm gonna drag it up just a teeny tiny bit, but focusing mostly on this crease color, and drag it a little bit down to my lid. All right, next I'm gonna go into this like chocolatey matte brown right here, which I've been using as like an outer kind of V color, and that's exactly what I'm gonna use it for today. I'm gonna put it on before my all over lid color because I think I'm gonna layer this and put it on before and after, just to kind of really intensify it. That's just a little technique I've been using with all eyeshadow palettes, is I put my outer V color on before my lid and then after my lid color, just to, I don't know, but you can see how it just like the two colors blend together so well. It blends into that purple just like pretty much effortlessly, and I think it looks so good. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this color right here, which is really hard to see on camera, but it's kind of like a icy light beige color. It's called Galaxia. These are funky names. I guess it's the star palette, so there's like, maybe these are names of like stars. Oh, there's Phoenix, Supernova, Electra, Gemma, Titania, Earth. Okay, so these are like solar system, whatever. I'm gonna go in with my finger. Now, I have applied these in many different ways. You can use a brush, you can wet your brush. You don't have to wet your brush. That's how good these shadows are. Like, you don't need a wet brush. Or you can use your finger. I feel like with these really intensely shimmery colors, in any brand, I just find that my fingers work better. Like the Urban Decay Moon Dust, I always use my fingers. So I think it just depends on your preference, but you can see how easily that goes on with my finger. Now there's a teeny bit of glitter fallout. I don't know if you can see it on my cheeks right there, but we'll just dust that away. And that's because these are so jam-packed with like a shimmery substance, but it's like a soft shimmer. You know what I mean? I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but we'll just dust that away. Okay, now going back to that chocolate brown color, it's called Earth actually. I'm just gonna dot it on the outer V just to intensify it and drag it in ever so slightly. Just like that. Next, I'm going in with a clean, fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna blend the outer edges out. Make sure everything is all like blown out and diffused. No harsh lines. You know the drill. All right, moving on to the lower lash line. I'm gonna go back to that purple Galaxia color and put that on my lower lash line. And then back to Earth, the chocolate brown. I'm gonna put that in the bottom, lower, outer V and kind of connect it to the top. Just like that. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna stop with the shadow because I feel like that looks really, really pretty. But there's so many different looks you can get with this palette. I feel like just using like this half of the palette, like I really want to do a look using this color right here because it's just so pretty. Like the camera is doing it no justice. It's like a dark brown, almost black with like that pearlescent finish in it. It's so pretty. But you can get a really pretty like fall autumn look with this. This gold right here, I mean, look at that. Oh my gosh, that popped in the center of your lid. Oh, or like a halo eye. Super, super pretty. These like warm peanut buttery And I wish the camera like picked these colors up better because I feel like they're not true to color on here. This is like a peanut buttery color. And I know that you can't tell. I don't even have that many lights on right now. So that's like a peanut buttery color. This one's a lot darker on camera than darker in person than it's showing on camera, but I just feel like you can get so many really pretty fall looks over here, and then just like really pretty like summery spring looks over here. Like there's just so many fun looks you can get out of this. All right, turning off the ring light is giving me the most true to life look on this palette for you guys. I know it's a little bit dark, but this is probably the most true to life that I can get it. Although they are much more like deeper and richly pigmented in real life. You can see that these are like really warm, kind of like fall colors, and these are really pretty like springy colors. There you go. Alright guys, so here is the finished look with everything all tied in together. My lips are Kat Von D Lovecraft, and my cheeks are MAC, it's like the holiday blush. What is it called? It's from Holiday like 2 years ago, but it is Modest Blush right here, which is just a really slight like dusty pink. I always get asked that, so that is what I'm wearing on my lips and my cheeks, and overall I really like the look. I got so frustrated with the lashes though, you guys. Like I was ready to just like scratch the entire like filming footage and be like, nah, I'm done for the day. But anyways, that is not the point of this video. The point of this video is about this baby right here, and honestly you guys, I think that this is truly, truly a standout. Oh, now the colors are showing up kind of true. I don't know, so I'm trying to get used to the lighting in this like room, and I have natural lighting, and here in Charlotte it's like cloudy all the time, but then the clouds go away, and so anyways, I do definitely think that this is a standout shadow palette. I don't know if I think it's worth $170, but if you're a collector of makeup, if you have the money to spend, you'll see, you guys. If you are in a place that has this palette at Sephora, just go and swatch it, and specifically swatch some of these like titanium, like liquid metal glittery colors, and you'll see, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I've never felt anything like that in my entire life before. Even the mattes are just like super, super creamy. So definitely take a swatch at them, and if you have the extra cash, I definitely suggest picking it up, even just as a part of your collection, because they're pretty dang good in my opinion. So yeah, let me know. I know a lot of people have already done tutorials, but if I do get the Sunset palette, let me know if you want to see a tutorial on that, or if you want to see more using this palette, because I definitely can make a ton more. So I'm gonna stop talking because this is gonna be a super long video, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.